Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is cherry from Verismo. I got it last summer, and it's tasty. I'm going to have it with chocolate creamer, so it'll be like a chocolate-covered cherry. Anyway, today it's extremely gloomy, very gray, very cloudy. We had thunderstorms roll through earlier. And one thunder, it was like it shook the house. That's how loud it was. So my little bandit is afraid of thunder. He never was when he was younger. He's 10 now, which isn't extremely old for a dog, but now he's kind of afraid of the thunder, so they become more fearful as they get older usually, but not always. So I'm planning on staying home today. Next week is a really busy week for me. I have to take each of the dogs to get groomed. I have to take my mom to the dentist. And almost every day during the week I have something going on. So, but I don't need to go shopping. I have plenty of provisions, so that's a good thing. I thought I was going to get my generator today, my solar generator, but it's not coming till tomorrow. So, and then I have a walking pad that's coming. My daughter got hers yesterday, but she hasn't really had the time to try it out because she had a party yesterday at her house. It was her birthday the day before, so we all went over there and celebrated her birthday. It was fun. So, today I'm going to stay home. It's kind of really dreary out there, and it's a good day for staying inside and lighting some candles and getting something done and relaxing a little bit too. So that's my plan for the day, and I'm hoping it goes as I've planned it. But you never know. Things always pop up sometimes. So I'm tired this morning. I woke up at 4. I don't know why. I fell asleep kind of early. I usually never sleep more than 6 hours. I've been that way my whole life. I've never been one to sleep a lot. Every now and then, when I wake up super early, I'll take a nap in the afternoon, but I don't usually fall asleep. It's just kind of dozing off, but I've never needed a ton of sleep. Even when I was a baby, my mom said I didn't like to nap. She would lay down with me and she'd fall asleep and I'd be there playing with something. So, anyway, I guess we're all a little different, aren't we? And that's good. It's what makes the world go round. Wouldn't it be boring if we were all the same and everybody, I don't know, that to me would be very, very boring. So, I mean, we all have our talents. You know, everybody has something that they're good at. Even if you're not, the smartest person, if you're not an Einstein, you still have a talent. I mean, an average person, we all can do things. So cheers. Very hot, but it's good. I like my morning coffee hot because it warms me up in the morning. And it is chilly today. I think it's 48 and the high is going to be 63, which isn't too terribly cold, but when it's wet and damp like this, it feels colder. So I don't have to do anything in the garden today. There isn't a whole lot left to do out there, so that's good. So I'll carry on with something inside. Excuse me. All right. I will meet you over there at the budget book. Okay, here I am back at the budget book. Yep, every day I go to my budget book and I think about what I want to buy, what I shouldn't buy, what I don't want to buy, and it keeps me in line. But it's just for discretionary spending. It's not for bills. It's not for car gas. It's not for medications, nothing like that. It's only for discretionary spending. Things that I need but don't necessarily have to have, and things that I want that I just want. So that's how I do my budget book. So yesterday I didn't spend any money. I did put a couple things in my cart on Amazon. I'm looking for a nice spice grinder that's just rechargeable. I have a little coffee mill that I can use, but I just want something small so that I can go out and pick a couple spices and bring them in and just grind them up real quick and not have to drag out my coffee mill and all that. So something that I can keep handy and not have to go digging for. But I didn't buy anything yet because I didn't find anything that I wanted to spend the money on that had good ratings, because when I shop on Amazon, I always read the ratings. I read the comments of, how good is it, and I always go and read the 1-star comments too, because I want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly before I buy something. So that's what I do when I shop on Amazon. A lot of times it takes me a few days to actually buy whatever it is I'm looking for, because I want to be mindful of what I'm buying, and I don't want to just willy-nilly buy just anything. So because of that, I very rarely have to return anything. Once in a while, I'll buy something that I think is great, and then it doesn't turn out to be what I thought it would be, so that I will return. But I think this month I'm doing pretty well with the discretionary spending. I got all the things that I need for my prepper stash, so I spent money on all that stuff. I had a lot of stuff to begin with, but there were just a few things that I felt like I still needed, just in case, because all this crazy weather and Lord knows what else is going on. So just to be secure and safe, I thought I would just do it rather than dragging it out for a couple more years. And but I didn't break the bank, which was my main goal. Like I said, I did buy a couple of generators. One of them is a dual fuel. That one I have already, but I have to try it out. And the other one will be coming, I think, tomorrow. And that's a solar generator that I can keep charged up in the house. And the nice thing is I can charge my solar generator on my propane gas generator, so I don't have to worry about not having it charged up. So that was my plan. I have enough stuff to cook with because I have an electric stove, and I could probably plug it into my generator. I don't know, but I don't want to have to pull out my stove and do all that. So I have enough small appliances that I can use with my solar generator, and I don't have to worry about running it out of charge. I can just charge it back up. So I tried to really think about how I would use things, what I would use, in a grid down situation. And I think it's important for all of us to be a little bit more self-sufficient, because we can see from, the hurricane assistance, it was severely lacking. So, I mean, there were a lot of private groups that went in, and, of course, they helped, they are helping. But as far as government assistance, it wasn't so good. So, anyway, we need to be more relying on ourselves instead of, thinking somebody's going to come and save us. If they do, that's great, but in the meantime, we have to take care of business. You want to make sure you have enough water, enough food, a way to keep warm if you're in a cold area, because we've had the electricity go out for 2 or 3 days already during the winter. And I mean, I have like gel fuel, and I have a lot of candles. I mean, all that stuff will provide some heat for you. So I was okay. But back then I didn't have any heaters. I didn't have a generator. So I kind of had to rely on, putting on a jacket, covering my head, because a lot of heat escapes through your extremities, including your head. So, put a hat on. And I have a lot of blankets that we can use too. So trying to think ahead, always make a plan for the worst case scenario, and always make a plan for the best case scenario. And most of the time life is somewhere in between. But you especially don't want to be caught short on the worst case scenario. And now, I'm not fear-mongering at all. I don't live in fear. Oh, what if this happens? Oh my gosh, I'm not, chewing my fingernails down to the knuckles. But you do have to kind of be smart about things and think ahead a little bit. I know some of you do canning, which is wonderful. I want to venture into that once I get things organized. And I do like to buy markdown food, so that's a good way to use it up, is to can it right away, or freeze it right away, or dehydrate it. So have some extra food. Get yourself some oxygen absorbers. Maybe get a sealer. They make those nice little sealers that you can use on your mason jars that'll suck the air out of the jar and preserve your food longer. So, I mean, that's how our forefathers lived. They didn't have electricity, they didn't have running water, and they survived. They were tough people. But we've gotten kind of soft, so we need to get back some of that toughness that our elders had, that they survived. And if you want to survive, you're going to have to rely on yourself at some point. So, okay, I hope everybody's okay and recovering from the storms, and things will be looking up. That would be great. But, these are turbulent times, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, okay, that's it for my budget book chat for today. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to make something in the slow cooker. I have potatoes, carrots, peppers, tomatoes, and some broth, mushroom broth. And I'm going to cook that all in the slow cooker. And I also have some soy curls, beef-flavored soy curls, that I'll add later. So that will be my dinner for tonight. There's everything in the crock pot. I just layered it all in different layers. And I added seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and also some minced up garlic from the jar.
and I'll let that cook for 3 or 4 hours until the potatoes and the carrots are tender. And then I will add the soy curls to heat them up and make a gravy out of the mushroom broth that's already in there too. So quick and easy dinner, and I'm using up what I have. I don't want to buy any more food for a while because I have to pay for my generator. Well, okay, I added the rest of this gravy master. I used that up, and then I added some cornstarch to thicken this up, and it's all done. And I'm just going to add my soy curls to heat them up, and I'll probably put a little mushroom in there too. And that will be dinner for tonight. Yummy. A nut beef stew. Well, here is the wax melter that I bought in Amish country. And I think it's really pretty. It's a nice warm glow. My mom gave me this candle. And then I wanted to show you too, my friend Laura here on YouTube had sent me this really beautiful wall hanging, and this is where it lives, right here next to the TV and next to this other macrame wall hanging. So thank you again, Laura. She sent me that for my birthday, and I really like it. All right, here's tonight's dinner. I think that looks delicious. And I found a couple of frozen rolls that I've had in the freezer forever, so I heated those up in the toaster oven. No, in the air fryer it was. And then I have enough here for another meal. So using up what I have in the stash, the potatoes were on markdown, 5 pounds for $1. My soy curls, the mushrooms that I boiled. So I think this is going to be delicious. At least it looks delicious. So a cheap and easy meal, just made in the slow cooker. Using what I have can save a lot of money by using all your food. All right, well, dinner was really good, and I'm going to start using up things in my stash. Not using them up, but using them more and replacing them. Like if I use 2 cans of beans, I'll buy 2 cans of beans and then keep it stacked that way. So today I went down the basement and started a little bit of making order down there. It's just awful. So I got to start somewhere, but then the last thing that I'll do down there is hire somebody to fix the bathroom fiasco. It just totally ruined my bathroom down there. So I started, I had bought a bunch of canned goods from Walmart, and things like peanut butter, beans, fruit. I'm starting to collect cans of fruit. I didn't have much of that. So I will get a little bit more of that, but not much, because usually if I do eat fruit, I eat fresh grapes or apples, but I do want to have some of that in my stash just in case. And I like canned pineapple. I like canned peaches. You know, you can bake with it. You can do all kinds of things with canned fruits. So, but I'm not going to stock up as much of that as I will of the vegetables. So, you know, the fruit is more like a treat instead of, you know, you have to have it. So I started that today. I didn't get real far, but hey, it's a start, you know, and sometimes it's all you need to keep going is just a start. So I have my granny shawl on today. It's really chilly out. I mean, it's 60 something, but the wind's blowing and it's cloudy, so it's that kind of a day, and it's Sunday, so not too much going on here. And I worked down there for maybe, in the basement, I worked down there for maybe 45 minutes, and then it was like, okay, I don't want to look at this anymore. But while I was down there, I was formulating a plan to go around the room and figure out what's going to go where. I bought, what was it, 4 wire shelving units that I want to use, but that requires me to pull out a lot of the mishmush of stackable whatever. That doesn't look real good, so those will either be going in the garage for storage, or maybe I can use them for storage in the attic, I don't know, or maybe I'll just get rid of them. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so I'm trying to make order down there and try and get all my things in bins. Most of it is in bins, but there's a few things here and there that aren't in bins, and I certainly don't want to attract the mice in again. So that's what I was doing today. So a little progress towards one of my goals. I should be working in the garage, but I just didn't feel like going out there today. It's kind of chilly. Not that that matters, because I'm going to have to go out there sooner or later. But I thought, well, it's a good day to work in the basement too. So probably what I'll be doing, depending on what I feel like doing, is alternating between one day doing something in the basement and then maybe a couple days doing something in the garage. You know, that way you don't get bored just continuously doing the same room over and over and over again. And well, anyway, I'm going to try that just to keep myself motivated. So sometimes being motivated takes a bit of effort, especially if it's something you don't feel like doing. At least I find that to be true. So with the garden winding down, I don't have to worry too much about that anymore, but I do want to set up a space down the basement with some grow lights where I can put my elephant ears and a couple other house plants that I don't really have room for up here. I'll put those down there. So lots to do. Like I said, I'm going to try and have the major things done within a year. I have a monthly plan that I want to stick to, and hopefully it'll get me there. So my ultimate goal is to just have to clean my house, not all this extra stuff. You know, just to give it a clean once a week or something like that, or whatever it needs. But that's my ultimate goal. Right now it's like, okay, I have to clean the house and I have to do this. And then I have to clean something and then I have to do that. And it's just, yeah, it's a project. Let me put it that way. So anyway, I have enough dinner for actually a couple more meals. And when you have, let's say, now for me, I made some soy curls, and I made enough for several meals. I had this morning, or this afternoon, really, I had a gyro type thing with the tzatziki sauce I made the other day. Then I saved some of the soy curls. I chopped it up and made it into like a luncheon spread that I can put on bread. I mixed it with mayonnaise, pickles, and garlic and onion powder. That's what I put in there. And it'll make a good sandwich spread. So if you have a roast beef, if you eat meat, you can do the same thing. You know, you don't have to eat just beef and gravy or something. You can make a bunch of different dishes with one beef roast and, you know, switch it up a little bit so you don't get bored. I do that with all my food. You know, like for instance, this stew that I made, if it's not enough for another whole meal, I can take those ingredients, add some more to it, and some broth, and make a soup out of it and have enough for another full meal. So that's how I stretch my food, and nowadays we all have to stretch our food, I'm afraid, because we don't want to, you know, buy food that's nutritious, that you like, that you enjoy eating. That's why I don't even really consider buying the 25-year food boxes, because there's a lot of stuff in there that I know I wouldn't eat. And make your own, you know, go to the Dollar Tree or Walmart and buy dry goods that you can put in your own tote, and make your own survival kit or survival box. So, all right, my friends, I don't want this video to get too long. I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter, which is hard for me to do because I always have a lot to say. Sorry. But anyway, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.